everyone and welcome back. Now we will be discussing the papers of SSC CGL Tier I. The last two mock tests that you have given. Okay, so we'll get started because there's a lot of questions to be discussed. And I hope all of you had your lunch. Okay, let's start. Okay, so first we start with a passage. Please go through it. It is a very simple and easy passage. Just go through it. It says stammering is a habit disorder linked with lack of self-confidence. Basically, for a child to understand a language, there are 4 stages. The first is learning to understand the spoken language and the second is speaking. Both of these usually develop around the age of 2. The third stage is speaking complex sentences, which develops at around 3, and the fourth is when the child recognizes the written alphabet. In 80% of children, written while the third and fourth stage are at play, the first 2 gets disturbed because something new is being incorporated in the mind. This is absolutely normal, but what overcautious mothers do, overcautious it should be, not cautions. Overcautious mothers do is fret, okay, that's the only word, a lot, and the child develops a fear which later manifests itself in as stammering. In fact, most textbooks on stammering state in bold that had there not been any overcautious mothers, hardly anyone would have suffered from stammering. Fluency can be incorporated in the speech of such patients through hypnosis. Okay. So this passage completely speaks about, what does it talk about? It talks about stammering and how it is something that people suffer because of their overcautious mothers, and it can be cured with hypnosis. That's the entire passage all about. I think it is pretty simple. The questions will also be very simple. So let's go to the questions. Okay, what is the meaning of fret? By the way, fret is be constantly anxious. Okay, that is the meaning of the word fret. Okay, so let's go to the questions. The first question. Stammering is caused because of what? Lack of self-confidence, it clearly said. The second stage of a child's understanding is understanding the language is, what was the second stage? Speaking. Dash are basically the reasons for developing a fear in child's mind. Dash are basically the reasons. Okay, overcautious mothers. Fluency is in such patients can be incorporated in the speech of such patients through what? Through hypnosis. The last line. By the time the child becomes 2 years old, she can 2 years old understand and speak simple languages. Okay, so I think that was it. Yes, all of it was pretty simple. You did not have to do anything much. Okay, now we will be going to the questions. Okay, so we'll be going to, I think it is pretty clear. I don't think there is any need for me to explain anything. So let's go to the one-word substitution section and let's see what do we have over here. So the first one, a place where treasures of art and curious are preserved or exhibited. Okay, what is the meaning of this word? Can anyone tell me? sorry. Okay, it is pronounced as curios. Okay, curio. Okay, curio and curios is the plural form. It is basically something that is unusual, something that has been your favorite section, yes. Okay, so something curios is something that is strange or something that is very peculiar and is kept in the, where all these things are kept. You know, the answer is very simple. It's museum, right? So it's a rare, unusual, or intriguing object. And the place where all these are kept is called a museum. Rare piece, yes. They are preserved and or exhibited. It's called a museum. Okay, moving on to the next question. Associated with God or religion. So anything that is associated with God, we do not say humbly, we say holy. Okay, what is virtuous? Virtuous is something having or showing high moral standards. Okay, having or showing high moral standards. So anything that is related to God is always considered holy. Stable is a place where horses are kept, right? Yes, right. Sony stable is that place. Yes, okay. Holy. Moving on to the next question. Find the correctly spelt word. Which one? Okay, now spellings. Which one is correctly spelled? Possibility. What is the spelling of possibility? P-O-S-S-I-B-I-L-I-T-Y, not B-L-I-T-Y. So all these are wrong. Possibility. P-O-S-S-I-B-I-L-I-T-Y. Possibility. Next word. Cough. We usually, now this is something very interesting. Because of our mother tongue influence, people instead of cough, they sometimes say cuff or something like that. So cough is C-O-U-G-H and not C-U-F-F or K-O-U-F-G-H, okay? Same goes for sachets and pouch and things like that. People do not know the actual spelling of sachet. Okay, so the answer is cough. Now next section. You have to find out, choose out of the four alternatives which best expresses the meaning of the given word. Genuine, something that is genuine is real. It is not artificial. Okay, it is something that appears exactly as it is. Okay, so it is, the answer would be real, not similar, not unreal, not false. Genuine is something that is real. Next question. Right is just something that is correct. These are pretty easy. I do not think I have to discuss this there's nothing to discuss at all. So as soon as there's something to discuss, I will quickly get to the discussing part. For now, there's nothing, okay? So keep answering the questions till then. Apprehended. What is the meaning of the word apprehend? Apprehend means to catch somebody. I think we have discussed this word many times. And arrest them. So the police apprehended the runaway thief. Okay. Or runaway prisoner. So what is the meaning of apprehend? To catch someone and arrest that person. So arrest is the right answer. It will be arrest. Next question. Guilty. I'm sure you all know what is the meaning of guilty? Someone who has done something wrong. Having wrong or illegal. It can also mean being responsible for something bad. Okay, so what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to choose the opposite. Remember guys, you're supposed to choose the opposite. So guilty, the opposite of course has to be innocent. You must have heard it used a lot in the judiciary system. The person is found guilty and the person is found innocent. After trial and everything, they come up with a verdict, okay, whether the person is guilty or innocent. So that is the both are opposite antonyms. Moving on to the next question, brutality. What is the meaning of brutal? Brutal is anything that is without mercy, right? Something that has no mercy. Opposite you have to find out. So something that shows no mercy and is harsh is the meaning of brutality. What is the meaning of bestiality? Bestiality means, it sounds like it's something related to, it's a very positive word, it is related to something being best, but it is not the case. It is bestiality is savagery. Okay, so please make sure that you do not just break down these words. This will not work if you break down this word and try to find out the meaning. Okay, savage or cruel or depraved behavior. Okay, so the answer will be brutality is something without any violence and cruelty. So humanity will be the opposite, not mercy. Okay, mercy is just forgiving someone. It should be humanity. Yes, they are different. Okay, next word. This one is pretty simple. You have to find out the opposite of fat. You know what is the opposite of fat? Someone who's lean. Okay, opposite of fat or obese is lean or thin. So that's that. Moving on to the next question. To break the ice, idioms. You have to find out what is the meaning of to break the ice. I think we discussed this last week itself. To break the ice is to start a conversation. Icebreaker, we did discuss a lot of icebreakers. Okay. Apprehension and apprehended are different. No, they are different as in the usage is different parts of speech. But if you're asking are the words different? No, they're not. Okay. To eat a humble pie, it means, what does the word, the idiom to eat a humble pie means? Okay. You're sorry for a mistake you made. Okay, so accepting and apologizing about a mistake that you made. Of a mistake that you made. Okay, that is to eat a humble pie. So, to apologize and face humiliation. That is fourth one. Okay. So, don't just give me the answer, make a statement with to eat a humble pie. Give me statements, guys. If you do not do that, I'm not moving forward. So start making statements. To eat a humble pie. I'm sure all of you can make statements on to break the ice. Okay. Come on, guys, statements. I'm not moving forward unless I get statements. I fear to eat a humble pie after a bad fight. Very nice, Vidya. Chetan Bhagat ate a humble pie when the WhatsApp message goes viral. Eats a humble pie. Okay, Chetan Bhagat eats a humble pie. Karamveer eats a humble pie, not eat. Alright. Next one. I think this one as well we discussed 2 or 3 classes back. I prefer tea more than coffee. So when it comes to I prefer this to that. Okay, so it should just be 2, not more than coffee. So the answer is option 2. Next one. He told his tale of woe. What is the meaning of woe? It means great sorrow. Okay. Or distress. So he told his tale of woe with tears in his eyes. Now, whenever we are talking about tale or story, you usually narrate stories and tales. Okay. So instead of told, you can use narrated. That would be more apt. Okay, next one. The computer dashed nonsense because there was a mistake in the programming. The computer now it already produced nonsense. Okay, so this was in the past, so you will use produced. Okay, something that has already happened. The computer already produced nonsense because there was a mistake in programming. There was a mistake in programming. So you know the answer will be option 2. Next one. That farmer may be old, but he is... Okay, may be old, but he's old, but he's energetic. Okay. Ashoka ate a humble pie by accepting Buddhism after Kalinga War. Very nice, Shubham. Very nice. Nothing can be more apt for this idiom. Ashoka ate a humble pie by accepting Buddhism after Kalinga War. Very nice. Okay, now moving on to the next question. The monitor takes care of. Anything takes care of. We use of next to it. So takes care of the class dash the absence of the teacher. In the absence. We always use in the absence. What the hell? Okay, in the absence. It is wrong here because we use more energetic when we are comparing with them. So this is not a comparison. We are not using it in the comparative degree. He is older than me, but he is more energetic. Okay, so he's older, more energetic. Both are comparative. Here we are talking about him being old but still being energetic. Okay, so we are not using, you compare two things and there's nothing to compare over here, so that's why not more. Vidya, if it is clear, I will move on. Yes. So here of, take care of and in the absence. So it is option 2. Option 2 is the right answer. Next question. When he saw the fish swimming dash the river, he was extremely happy. Now these are baby questions. I do not know why are they here, but these are pretty simple. If you get questions like this, you've just hit the jackpot, because very simple. Fish always swims in a river. Okay, it does not swim on a river. Nothing swims on something. Okay, so swim in the river. So this is the right answer will be option 3. Next question. The railway coaches dash by the Integral Coach Factory, Chennai. The railway coaches are manufactured by the Integral Coach Factory, Chennai. Okay. Now we will go to the next question. And why are we using, can you tell me why did we not use is manufactured? Because the railway coaches we are talking about, so that's why we are using are. Okay, since it is plural, then we'll have plural. Chandra Neeraj late. Good afternoon has happened long time back. Okay, next. The truck was dash when the bus rammed into it. The truck was what? The truck was dash when the bus rammed into it. So the truck was stationary, machinery, spelling. Okay, so you have got two stationary. Stationary generally does not have an E, it has an A. Not generally, that is the spelling of stationary. What am I saying generally? So 4th is the right answer. Okay. Yes, SSC questions are pretty simple. Vidya, you are right. They're pretty simple. Okay. Now, we have a passage. The next passage. Okay. Not very easy one. So, you'll have to quickly skim through it. I will be reading it along with you. To make sure that all of you understood and I also understand the question, so that we both can answer the questions. All right, so let's go through the passage quickly. 2 minutes of time, quickly go through it, and then we'll go to the questions. Okay, and if there are any words that we are not familiar with or new word or something that we do not know the meaning of, then we will discuss those words. All right. So let's get to the questions. Sorry, let's get to the passage. Okay. So let's start. This is the thorny side of the prevailing examination system. That means the bad side. Most examiners have perfected their skill in making it a veritable nightmare for majority of the students. Quite unwittingly, we have increased the enrollment in schools alarmingly. Most of the students have neither the requisite aptitude to learn nor any clear-cut goal in life. The destiny of students would be decided in the final examination of written nature to test bookish rote memory. All laudable objectives of kindling originality and problem-solving ability are trumpeted only in educational seminars and workshops. Ultimately, all these are gone with the wind. No wonder examination hangs. No wonder. Okay. Okay. No wonder examination hangs like a Damocles sword. We will discuss this Damocles sword. Compare this with a related discipline such as music and dance. None would venture to seek entry into such centers of excellence unless one has proven aptitude to profit from training. Here the students have excellent rapport with their teacher, who evaluate their performance on a day-to-day basis and provide constant feedback. Students enjoy participating at home what they are taught in class. As they realize their progress by constant reinforcement, they welcome and enjoy examination in class. Under the watchful guidance of committed teachers, students grow and blossom out as well-trained artists. Artistes. Okay, let's underline this as well. Very simple word, but okay. This is possible and feasible. Okay, feasible because the teacher-pupil ratio is ideal and the attitude of the learner is based on devotion and dedication. Okay, where did I read it as dense? That might be the case. I do that sometimes. Where is it? Yeah, the density of students would be decided in the final examination of a written nature to test bookish not memory. Rote memory, yes. Thank you, Karambi. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, now that's about it. Let's go to the words. Let's see what do these words mean. Unwittingly. What is the meaning of unwittingly? Something that is without being aware. Okay, without being aware. Okay, so unintentionally would be a better word for it. Unintentionally. What is the meaning of veritable? It just means, it is just used to emphasize, okay, intensity, increase the intensity. So too much of nightmares of majorities. So it is just used for emphasis. That means too many nightmares. Okay, next one. Requisite, something that is made necessary. And what is the meaning of laudable? Something that something that someone does which deserves Deserves what? Praise and admiration. What is the meaning of kindling? Just to ignite something. Kindle originality. As in, kindle is igniting something. Kindle fire and things like that. Trumpeted is like a trumpet. Trumpet, since it is very loud, so trumpeted has come from the same word. So to proclaim something loudly. Or announce. You can also use announce. Okay, Damocles sword is how do I any situation which is threatening imminent harm or disaster. Okay, since the name, this idiom, just by looking at the word itself, you understand that the idiom itself, you understand that it has a story behind it. I'm not very certain about the story, but it is something where the king, he dangles a sword. He dangles a sword on top of one of his advisor, okay, by a thin hair, okay, right above his head, to show how happiness can be. I'm not very sure. So if you can just search about it, Damocles' sword or sword of Damocles, Damocles, it would be better. I won't be able to narrate the story very well, okay, because I'm not very certain of the details. I just remember something like this, where he hung a sword by a thin hair on top of one of his advisor's head. I don't know why he did that. I think to show how temporary happiness is, or something like that. I'm not very sure. So it was something like that. Okay, so it just means any situation that is threatening imminent harm or disaster or danger or something like that. Okay, what is the meaning of rapport? Rapport is just a bond. Okay, so bond between two people. You should build a good rapport with your colleagues if you have to survive in an industry. We keep saying that. Artists. Artist means a professional entertainer. And it generally happens to be a singer or a dancer. Okay, feasible is just something that is possible. So I think I have bloodied the entire screen by now with red. Now, I hope all the words are clear now that all the words are right in front of you. So let's go to the questions, okay? Now the first question that we have is: the writer's intention to compare the topic of discussion with that of dance and music is to what? Is to show how students of dance and music enjoy not learning but also examination. That is not the purpose why he has. Okay, you tell me which one would be the answer. I'll just be reading out the rest of the option. Popularize dance and music among all children. Congratulate teachers who take good care of their students. Definitely not, definitely not. Prove that dance and music alone can bring peace to us. Congratulate teachers who take good care. No, that's not why. Vidya, not the right answer. Read the passage once again. It's not about congratulating. Okay, the answer that is given over here prove that dance and music alone can bring peace to us. This is the answer that was given to you guys when I think you attempted the paper, but I am not very... I don't think that would be the right answer. I think first one should be the right answer. 4, it says prove that dance and music alone can bring peace to us. No, that's not what he's trying to say in the passage. If you can see, he's speaking about how the difference in learning, how there is a difference in learning aptitude and abilities, how it is different when we take up dance and music. So I think the right answer would be 1, not 4. 1, not 4. Okay. Ultimately, all these are gone with wind. The above sentence shows that the writer enjoys the prevailing situation? Of course not. He regrets or ignoring the aim of true education? Yes. He talks about how the education system he starts with it, that education system, this is the thorny side of education system. So he talks about all the things that our education system has faltered with, okay. So 2 is the right answer. The passage emphasizes the need for... What does it emphasize the need for? Making dance and music compulsory in school? No. Making examinations an enjoyable experience, seeking easy questions in the examination, warning examiners who harass students in... No, definitely not 3, definitely not 4, okay. So what is the right answer? Okay. Okay. Now, the passage emphasizes the need for. What does it emphasize the need for? Making examination an enjoyable experience or making dance and school compulsory. Again, the answer that is given to you guys must be 4, which is not the right case. It is very important that the students understand and enjoy their examination and not just learn something bookish, okay. And warning examiners who harass the students in examination, this is not the need. He's not trying to warn the examiners over here. He's talking about how to make examination into a learning experience as well as make it something that is interesting and not something that is, just bookish and people rant out or vomit out whatever they have learnt on a piece of paper. So it will be 2, not 3 or 4. The writer is dissatisfied with the examiners because they test students' memory, right? They do not test their originality, aptitude or creativity. They test their memory. The right answer is 1. Now, what is the meaning of feasible? I think we just discussed something that is... Okay, you have to choose the opposite, that's why. Okay, feasible will be something that is practical or possible. So, or practical. So, the opposite will be impractical. Okay. See, even when we are talking about not just the case of, this is the actually sad reality of all the school system and the education system that we have. We are made to mug up And this you can see especially in India. We do not focus more on practical knowledge, rather we focus more on theoretical knowledge, okay, and which is not applied, okay. So in later half of our lives we discussed this, even when we spoke about, I think there was another passage which spoke about how algebra is no more important once you grow up. There is no use of studying algebra. Instead we should focus on studying life skills that matter, okay. Now do not consider this as a moral value lesson and think that no need to give any of the SSC or banking exams because I am going for more practical knowledge. Please don't do that. It's something that we must ponder about, we must think on. Things like these should be changed, okay. Change has to be brought in the education and the way we are educating our future generation. It should be thought about a little more, because these things do not matter. Things like income tax, I'm sure most of us, I do not still understand income tax. I just know a part of my salary is being cut. How do I file my returns and things like that? These are small little things that are not taught in school, and it should be. And how to manage your finances, finance management, how to be more humble, how to be more moral, as well as how to be more broad-minded. Things like this should be taught in school, which is not taught in school, and that's why we suffer this ignorance that we have. How to take care of your environment, something that you should not throw, you should not litter the place around. These are the things that should be taught. How greenhouse gases and how global warming is an issue, and not to treat it as something that is just being, you know, said on the TV by a bunch of scientists. It is something that is very serious, okay. So these are the things that has to be taught in school, and not the things that we usually learn. Learning new languages, and I don't know why am I ranting so much, but let me get back to the questions then. Okay. She feared that she may fail. Okay, I did discuss with you the different auxiliary verbs. So why will it be may fail? She feared. Okay, now feared, it is not something that is certain. When you fear something, it is never certain. So you will never say will fail. Will fail talks about something that is definite. So why will she fear that she'll fail? She knew that she'll fail. It should be in that case. She might fail. Okay, that is very less possibility. May is stronger than might. I have discussed this. Would fail. Now that is something that is past tense of will and will not be used over here. Okay, so 2 is the right answer. Yes. Next one. My friends fail to see why I should ride the dash horse just because I have won a prize. Now this is an idiom. My friends fail to see what? They fail to see why, okay, ride the high horse. What is the meaning of riding the high horse? To feel proud. Okay, so the right answer should be option 4, high horse, not 2. Okay, 2 is what was given to you, guys. I think big was given to you or good was given to you, I'm not sure. But to ride a high horse means to feel proud. Okay, why are you guys saying big and option 3 as the right answer? It should not be big, high horse, guys. Okay, it isn't that easy, is it? You just said SSC, Vidya said that SSC papers are pretty easy. I'm seeing you guys more confused in this one than that one. Sony, are you still here? And Jay Murli, are you here? Shubham, Soni, Jay Murli, Chandra Neeraj. Chandra Neeraj is here. Shubham is also here. Okay. So let's go to the next question. Chandra Neeraj, where are you from? You said galti ho gaya because we generally say galti ho gayi. So Hindi is also not proper. Okay. Okay, no, I'm not. We speak like that. People from Bihar and Jharkhand, we speak Hindi like that. So that's why I asked. Not trying to build a bond or anything like that. I am above all that, but just asking because you said galti ho gaya, it reminds me of myself. Reflexive. Anyways, okay. The sudden change in his behavior came as a surprise to me. I began dash. Okay, the sudden change in his behavior. So it is talking about, it came as a surprise to me. So I began to blow hot and cold. And what is the meaning of to blow hot and cold? I will write it down. I began to smell a rat. No, okay. To smell a rat is to, the idiom to smell a rat, I think all of you must be aware of. I have discussed this, is to find something suspicious, okay? Something that is very suspicious. On the other hand, it is talking about sudden change of behavior, okay? So when someone suddenly, okay, let's say I'm very happy and I'm talking to you with all smiles and suddenly I start blasting out, okay? Suddenly I start becoming very furious. Then you will, what will you be? You will start blowing hot and cold, okay? That means alternate emotion, very confusing, and you also happen to lal pila hone. Yes, lal pila hona in Hindi. Yes, you're right. My mind is wandering. Where is it wandering, Soni? Please get back to the class. Chandra Neeraj, you are basically from Jharkhand. Aha, I told you, I knew that you are from there. Basically from Jharkhand and right now staying in nice Mumbai. Okay. So I'm also from Jharkhand, that's why I could relate. Again, not trying to build or establish anything over here. Let's get back. Yes, so alternate inconsistency between mood, attitude or course of actions. Now, next one. Please make a statement with blow hot and cold. The proposal has been dash and will be sent to the cabinet for final dash. Okay, the proposal has been what? We do not say design. Proposals are never designed. So no design. Drafted. Yes, one amend. No, it should be amended even if it has to fit. Proposal is never said. It is never mentioned. It is always drafted. So first, looking at just the first option, you can guess that this is the word drafted, and it is waiting for the cabinet. It will be sent to the cabinet for approval. Okay, Chandra Neeraj, you're from Bokaro Steel City. I've been there many times, but I'm from Ranchi, the capital. Anyways, okay. Getting back. The fake diesel factory was being dash under the dash of a dairy. Now, the fake diesel factory, will it be operated? Was being operated. Okay, was being operated is fine. Okay. Was being captured? No. Okay, so a fake diesel factory was functioned? No. Was being run? Yes, was being run under the grab of a dairy. Okay, so what is the meaning of, by the way, what is the meaning of array? It means arrangement, or it can also mean an impressive display. Okay, what is the meaning of alias? The meaning of alias is false or assumed identity. Okay. My God, Karamveer, what have you written? Let me just. Long ago there was my neighbor aunt, belonged to South India, and her husband name is Hari, and she usually used to talk like Hari duty. Oh God, that is absolutely wrong. That's not how we speak. Okay. Yeah. Donald Trump's behavior with CNN reported blows everyone hot and cold. Yes, Donald Trump itself blows everyone hot and cold. Yes, his nickname. Just replace him. Okay, now, Chandra Neeraj, stop it right there. You're not here to build bond and talk about where are people from. We are here to discuss questions. We are not bonding over here, okay? We are not building a rapport over here. Okay, so get to the question. Let's talk about the diesel factory, the fake diesel factory, shall we? So let's go to the question again. So the right answer will be 4, run and grab. Okay? Moving on to the next question. The moment the staff opened the office, unidentified what? Man, weapons. Okay, so let's just, okay, there is a comma over here. Weapons entered and asked the cashier to hand over the keys to the vault. Okay, now, what is the meaning of miscreants? Let's look at that. It is a person who has done something wrong or unlawful. Okay, so this is exactly who we are talking about. Unidentified miscreants Brandishing. What is the meaning of brandishing? It means wave. And usually it is to do with a weapon. Wave something, okay? So wave what? Wave a weapon as a threat, which is the case over here, or in anger or excitement. Okay. So if I have to show you what is brandishing, it would be hands up in the air, okay? So waving guns at people and things like that is called brandishing, okay? So the moment the staff opened the office, unidentified miscreants brandishing weapons entered and asked the cashier to hand over the keys to the vault. Okay? Sorry ma'am, remaining things after the session. Yes. Madam, I have so much to tell you. I don't know how. Oh, just speak it out. I'm here to listen. So Sony, whatever it is, you can speak it out. I will respond. So, okay, what do you exactly need guidance in? Or you can write me a mail. If you want to write me a mail, you can write me a mail as well. If you are uncomfortable in speaking in front of everyone, you can write me a mail. Okay? I will write down my mail ID. You can talk about it and I can reply you back. Okay? Alright. So let's get to the questions then. The company has ordered some, okay, this is error spotting. I don't think Jay Murli is here. Otherwise, this is his favorite section. The company has ordered some new equipments. Okay, what is this? First of all, it's never equipments, it is equipment. Even when we are talking about singular or plural, we always use equipment and not equipment. So goes for furniture. So the error is in option C. So third one is the error. Okay. Next question. Do you know that it was I who has done this piece of beautiful work? Okay. Now remember this, guys. There's this rule. I know it does not, if you talk about with I, since it is singular, we always use has. That is right. But in this case, whenever we use who here is being used as a relative pronoun. I'm sure we have discussed, no, we have only discussed personal. Who we are discussing, who here is relative pronoun. So who, it was I who. Okay. So whenever who is preceded by I, what happens is the verb here becomes, instead of has, it will become have. I have done my homework. We usually say something like that. I have done this. I have done my homework. So it's the same over here, just that it's I who have done the homework. Okay, so it is used as a relative pronoun. So the error is here, B. Alright. Next. It was, no, Shubham, I is fine. There's nothing wrong with using, it was I who have done this. Instead of saying, yes, I is used that way. Whenever you are talking about, when you are talking about who has, taken up the responsibility or done something, it was I, not him, who have done something. It sounds odd, but it is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong over here. Okay. Next one. His son is working very hardly. I am sure all of you know hardly and hard are two different things. Hard and hardly. It actually means that he's not working at all, and this means working too hard, okay, putting a lot of effort. So the answer would be, the error is in option C. Next one. The future of food companies seems quite secure owed to ever-growing demand. Now, what is the error over here? The future of food companies seems, companies is plural, so seems, it should be seem, not seems. B has the error. Next one. The vaccine, when hits the Indian market, is dogged by controversy. Now the vaccine, when hit the Indian market, ED, was dogged. Okay, when it did, the whole statement is in past, so we will not use is, we will use was. The error is in C, third has the error. Okay, next is, again we have one word substitution, and I think this is, guys, we have a lot to discuss. Okay, let's quickly do it. The future is subject, seems is correct. Sorry, what, Shubham? The future is subject, seems is correct. Oh, the future of food companies. Yes. You are right. You are right. So yes, it is not about, the future is the subject, so it seems is correct. You're right. You're right, Shubham. The future of food companies seems quite secure or to ever growing demand. So I think it does not have any error. Yes, it is no error. Next question. Thank you, Shubham. That was very quick of you to understand. Okay, next one. Violation of something holy and sacred is sacrilege. What is the meaning of sacrilege? It is just insulting anything that is holy and sacred. Okay. What is pilferage? I remember I gave you the word of the day, pilfer. And it has come from the same word, pilferage. To steal something, an act of stealing. Stealing something small. Alright. Pittance, what is the meaning of pittance? A small or inadequate amount of money. Okay, a very small, in fact we should make it a very small or inadequate amount of money. So the right answer is Ninda. Yes, Ninda is criticize, I think, Shubham. Ninda is not sacrilege. I don't think there is anything to... There's any particular word in Hindi for that. I'm not sure. If there is, please let me know. Okay, next word. A place where nuns live and work. It's called a convent. What is abode? Abode is nothing but home. So welcome to my abode. You usually say welcome to my abode, welcome to my home. Instead of home, you can say abode. Abode is also nothing but home. Okay. Next one. Meticulous. Meticulous is someone who's, okay, you have to find out the opposite over here, guys. Meticulous is someone who's very careful. Okay, so the opposite would be careless. Okay. Next one. Infirmity. What is the meaning of infirmity? It is physical or mental weakness. Okay, so that is the meaning. You have to find out the opposite. So opposite would be strength. Next one. Synthetic. Synthetic is something that is not natural, artificial, or something like that. So natural would be the opposite of it. And what is the meaning of apathetic? Apathetic or apathy, it means showing. It has come from the word patho, okay, pathos, which means feelings. So feelings means no feelings, okay, showing. Remember, guys, antipathy and apathy are two different things. This on one hand means no emotion, and this means against emotions, okay, or having bad emotions for people or for society or something like that. Okay, so this means showing or feeling. No interest or enthusiasm or concern. All right, that is the meaning. Okay, next one. Accord. What is the meaning of accord? Accord is, I think you remember there's a car also that's named Accord. Accord means when everyone agrees, agreement. Okay, so something that is agreement. Okay, so disagreement would be the opposite. Sympathy, empathy, telepathy, all these pathology, pathos, all these words have come from the same word, pathy, pathos. Yes, it is very interesting word. Okay. He won't hear you provided you shout. Okay, what is the meaning of provided? When do we use provided? Provided we use on the condition. Okay, so basically when you have to say on that condition, not on the condition, on that condition, this will happen provided you do that. That means on that condition, which is not suitable for the statement over here. He won't hear you unless you shout. Unless means but if or except if. So this is your only way. So he will not be able to hear you unless you shout, unless you make loud noises, unless as in if you do not shout, he will not be able to hear you. Okay, so that's why it should not be provided, it should be unless. Yes. Next one. His wife was contentious. What is the meaning of contentious? Contentious means someone who's very loud and always argues. Okay, so the meaning would be causing or likely to cause an argument. So controversial. So contentious is right. His wife was contentious means his wife was always arguing, always creating some or the other fuss. Okay, so that is the meaning of contentious. Okay. So it is right, no improvement required over here. Now the last one. This one is pretty simple. I'm sure all of you will be able to do it as soon as you see it. So Sony, get ready with what you want to speak about, because this question is the last question and we are going to wind up the session after this. So please tell me, what do you think the answer would be for this one? So the first statement is given to you. Statement number 1 is given to you. You have to find out the following statements after that. We have to. Now, we have to do what? We are looking for an action. So we have to speak the truth. There are 2 options. Rest are only 2 options that starts with Q. Speak the truth. As we see it, there is falsehood and darkness, even if all around us. Okay, so this S and R have to be together. They are mandatory pair. So whenever you see S and R over here, they are together, not over here. So 2 is also not the right answer. So the right answer would be, we have to speak the truth as we see it, even if all around us there is falsehood and darkness. Alright, so that is the right answer. Yes, the case of BB. She has been released from prison after that. Yes. Alright, so the right answer would be 4, and we are done with today's session. Hope you guys learned a lot, because I learned a lot. I don't know about you guys, but I learned a lot, and there were a lot of questions, good questions that we discussed today. So so we are going to end the session. So yeah, nice session. Thank you, Vidya. See you guys next Friday. Bye bye. Have a happy weekend.